Performance measurement in supply chain management. This is the next topic which we are going to discuss. First, we should know the meaning of performance measurement. Okay, we all know about the term measurement. तो ये performance को क्या कैसे measure करेंगे और what performance को measure करना है. Here basically we are going to discuss about measuring the performance of logistical activities. Okay, whether they are up to the mark or not. Okay, so a performance measurement is the process of collecting, analyzing, and or reporting information regarding the performance of an individual, group, organization, system, or component. That is the common meaning of performance measurement. Okay, so performance measurement, it is a process of collecting information, analyzing the information, and reporting the information regarding the performance of an individual, group, organization, system, or even any component. Okay, it involves monitoring, controlling, and evaluating activities to determine their conformance to the requirements. Conformance to the requirement means whether they are matching to the actual requirements or not, or whether the performance is up to the mark or not. And performance measurement here, it involves measurement of performance of various logistical functions. We have already seen various logistical functions, no? Like transportation, warehousing, packaging, inventory management, material handling, etc. So here, performance measurement means it is the performance of measuring the performance of various logistical functions in order to evaluate whether actual logistical performance is going as per the predetermined standard. Okay, and in case if it is moving or if it is deviating from the standards, whether the corrective measures are taken or not. Okay, and it also, that is performance measurement also helps in identifying the bottleneck. Bottleneck means confusions or problems and suggest improvements, and it will support management decision making, like decision making with respect to strategic decision making and long term decision making, and also it will help to identify the areas for improvement and also try to eliminate any kind of inefficiencies. So basically performance measurement is done in order to understand whether our activities are going as per the standards or as per the requirements, and in case it is not going as per the requirements, where the problem is existing and how we can solve that problem. That is the meaning of performance measurement. And this is applicable here. We are talking mainly about logistical functions, but it is applicable everywhere. There is HR performance measurement is there, marketing may be here, sales may be here, everywhere it is there. Okay. Now you can see over here three major objectives of performance management. First one is monitoring, then controlling, and directing. Three major objectives of performance management. First one is monitoring. Monitoring means keeping a close watch on the performance of various activities and providing the feedback to the concerned people. Sometimes the monitoring is करने के बाद ये जो result मिलते हैं, ये feedback customers को भी बेचते हैं. Now monitoring is actually measuring the past performance and reporting to the management, and it is very much helpful to understand whether we are going properly or not. So monitoring means keeping a close check on the logistical activities. जैसे कि हमने inventory management के देखा है, we are very closely monitoring the inventory level of our organization, isn't it? So monitoring means actually checking or closely watching the performance of various logistical activities and analyzing them, reporting to the management. Sometimes reports are given, we can say reports or we can say feedbacks that is also shared with the customers. Second one is control. या फिर यहाँ पे आप एक एग्जाम्पल लिख सकते चाहिए तो फॉर मॉनिटरिंग, inventory monitoring, inventory management, that is one example. Financial monitoring can be done, like financial monitoring in the sense it will help us to understand about the cash inflow and cash outflow during a particular period. So these two examples, if you want, you can mention over here. Second one is controlling. Controlling is present oriented. Okay, monitoring is past oriented. Controlling is present oriented, as it keeps a close watch on activities which are ongoing, which is going now. Okay, that is, a watch is kept on whether the logistical activities are happening as per the prescribed standards. What is happening now? Whether it is matching the requirements or not. Okay. Third one is directing. Directing is future oriented. It focuses on improving the future activities, future performance of various logistical activities. That is, by monitoring and controlling, we are able to understand where we are going wrong. Okay, but these directive measures are actually helpful to understand how we can improve. It is actually certain schemes or certain activities which will help to improve the performance of the logistical activities. And it also is concerned with the motivation of the individuals, motivation of the employees who are working in the organization, so that they can also contribute or they can increase their productivity in the organization. So these are the three important objectives of performance measurement: monitoring, controlling, and directing. Monitoring is past oriented, that is, it is basically focusing on historical data or past data. Controlling is present oriented, and directing is future oriented. Okay. Now here we can see, this is another very important topic: types or dimensions of performance management system. This performance management system is basically divided into two categories. Okay, internal and external. Internal performance measurement or performance management, and external performance measurement. Here you can see it is divided into two, and under each of these, internal and external, there are few subpoints. Under internal performance measurement system, we can see cost, customer service, productivity measurement, asset measurement, and quality. Under external, there are 2 points: customer perception measurement and benchmarking or best practice benchmarking. We will see a little bit in detail of all these points. First one is internal. From the name itself, we can understand that it is something related to or which is conducted internally or inside the organization. Okay, so it is a measurement system or a management system which is conducted internally within an organization. It helps in comparing the present activity with the past activity. Okay, so here a few elements are there under this. First one is cost, then customer service, productivity measurement, asset measurement, and quality. First one is cost. What you will measure here? We will try to understand the logistical cost. That is, it is normally measured in terms of amount of rupees spent on various logistical activities. Like you can compare like this. Last year हम लोग ने कितना खर्चा किए थे, or this year how much we are going to spend. Like that we can compare, and we will understand the performance of various activities, various logistical activities, depending on the cost incurred for each of the activity. Second one is customer service. The firm's ability to meet customer expectation through feedback, back orders, on-time delivery, etc. Like in the same month last year, like last November 19, 2019, uh, what was the number of back order? Back order क्या होता है? जो successful नहीं होते, which is coming back to the organization. So November 2019 में कितना back order थे और now November 2020 में कितना आ रहे हैं? So we can compare these two, and then we will understand the performance level. So customer service is basically dealing with the customers. It explains about the firm's ability to meet the customer's expectation. Third one is productivity measurement. You know what is the meaning of productivity? It is the relationship between input and output. Here, productivity also can be measured in various ways, like through transportation, warehousing, material handling. Everywhere the productivity can be measured. If the company is having a higher productivity, then we can say that the logistical performance is very good, and vice versa. Okay. Next one is asset measurement. All of you know the meaning of asset, na? And we know that most of the organizations they make huge investment in the asset, and this is basically they are investing the capital in assets in order to achieve capital gain in the future. So here you can see, it focuses on effective utilization of capital investments in various facilities and equipments. If the company utilizes effective utilization of these assets, then the company's logistical performance is said to be satisfactory. Like how much we are utilizing these assets, are we just keeping it, are we not using it properly or not, or we have dead asset hai ya nahi? Depending on that we can we can understand the performance of the assets. Then next one is quality measurement. Quality measurement, these are designed in order to determine the activities of the organization. It checks whether the quality of logistical activities are up to the mark or not, and whether the company can satisfy the 7 R's, and whether it can deliver perfect order to the customers. Yes, 7R we have already seen earlier. Which are the 7Rs? You know, anybody can remember? Right product, right quantity, right condition, right place, right time, right price, and right customer. So when we are satisfying the 7Rs, we can tell that that is a perfect order. And quality measurement can be done when we are able to satisfy the 7R. So if the company is able to deliver the 7Rs, then we can say that the logistical performance is said to be satisfactory. So these are the five internal units, we can say, or internal um, components which we are measuring: cost, customer service, productivity measurement, asset measurement, and quality measurement. Now this is the external one, external performance measurement. Here, this is actually related to the customer's viewpoint or customer's perspectives. It helps to understand customers' perspective and to gain innovations or gain ideas from other industries. Okay, here it is divided into two. First one is customer perception measurement and best practice benchmarking. Customer perception is done in order to understand the viewpoint of the customers about the various activities of an organization, like to know more about the organization, the product, services, etc. And normally surveys are conducted to help in gathering such information from the customers. Like it is done by carrying out various surveys which are sponsored by the organization or by the industry. And this surveys, as you people know, they will be asking few questions regarding the firms and the competitors' performance in specific areas. Like, for example, company A and company B. Which one you would be preferring more? Why you are preferring A company more? What is the problem with B company? With respect to price, quality of the product, on-time delivery and all, what are your opinion? Like that, simple questions will be asked in the survey, and through this we can measure the customer's viewpoint. We can understand the performance of our company with respect to that of other companies in the market. Then next term is very important, best practice benchmarking. You know the meaning of benchmarking, I suppose. What is benchmarking? Very important topic. It is the process of comparing a firm's business process and performances to the best in the industry. It is done in relation to both competitors and industrial leaders. Here what happens? Benchmarking. What they do? They are comparing your company's performance. For example, your company A. Okay, company A, and the industry leader is company X. So you're comparing A company's performance to that of X company's performance. So what happened that time? That means you're comparing your firm with the best one in the industry. This process is known as benchmarking. Similarly, you can do the same with the competitors also. What happens when we are doing this? We will understand what is the level of our performance, and we can identify the best practices which are being followed by other companies, and we can even try to incorporate similar process in our firm also. Like we can understand what the top firm is doing in order to improve the customer service, or what are the techniques or strategies or tactics they are using in order to attract more customers and retain the existing customers. So these things we can understand only when we are comparing our firm with that of others in the market, especially when we are comparing it with the top one in the market. That is known as benchmarking. Okay, now here a small topic about process of benchmarking. It is divided into various steps. You can see, you have to just remember the words, and you can write in your own words. First we will know what to benchmark. What to benchmark? Maybe customer service. We would like to compare the customer service of our company with that of the top one, or with that of the top company. Okay, understand current performance. Second one. So current performance means what is your performance now? Okay, what is your performance, with how many number of customer complaints are you getting now? That is what you have to do, understanding the current performance of your company. Third one is planning. Planning to learn more. Okay, then next, fourth one is study the best firm. Understand which is the best firm in the market. There are so many firms in the market. We should try to gather the data, and we should understand which is the topmost firm in the market. Okay, then learn from the best firm by using the findings. Learn from the best firm by using the findings means trying to incorporate, as I told you, trying to incorporate the better things which the other firm is trying to practice, try to imitate, or we can say trying to adapt such कॉम्पिटिटिव थिंग्स एंड ट्राइंग टू यूज अप्लाई इट इन योर फर्म. जैसे कि मैंने अभी एग्जांपल दिए थे कस्टमर सर्विस के लिए, वो लोग क्या कर रहे हैं कस्टमर सर्विस इंप्रूव करने के लिए. सो दैट इज हाउ यू विल लर्न फ्रॉम योर कॉम्पिटिटर्स एंड ऑल्सो फ्रॉम द टॉप लीडर्स इन द industry. So this is the process of benchmarking. What to benchmark? Understanding current performance of your company, planning it, studying the best firm, and learning from the best firm by using their findings. So what is benchmarking? Benchmarking is the process of comparing your firm's performance with that of the, you can see in the earlier slide. Here you can see the meaning of benchmarking. It is the process of comparing a firm's business process and performances to the best in the industry. This is a very easy method to understand where you are standing. Why the other company is getting more profit? What are they doing in order to attract more customers? By comparing, it will be very much beneficial for your company. So this is the process of benchmarking. And last one topic over here, that is characteristics of ideal measurement system. That is, we are talking about performance measurement, but what are the features of that? Here few points are mentioned. First one is reliability. The performance measurement system which we are using should be reliable. Reliable means it should be trustworthy. Okay, it should be having a very common standard. The one which you are using, your company A is using, and the one which the company X is using should be same. And it should be reliable. It should be trustworthy. Second one is validity. Validity means it should be validated with adequate proof that this particular company is using this measurement system and nobody will be able to change that measurement system. Then practicability, whether the measurement system is actually practicable in actual or day-to-day life. Like you are using some very huge or very high level techniques for your measurement system, and other companies are using some other common techniques that will not match at all. It should be matching and it should be used practicably. It should be usable in the society. Same way again, fourth point is also similar one, usability. How much it is applicable in the industry or in the society. When we are talking about a new company just started, okay, and that means they won't be having so many customers, isn't it? And a company which is already in the market for so many years, they will be having so many customers. So it is difficult, it is not practical to compare your company and that other company. Instead what you should do, similar company which has been recently started, वो दोनों के बीच में comparison होना चाहिए. That is, it should be practicable and it should be usable. Then next one is cost service reconciliation. Reconciliation क्या होता है? Matching. The amount you are spending and the services you are providing, it should be actually matching. Many times what happens, these reports suggest that there is some kind of error in the cost and service delivery, the cost incurred and service delivered. So there should be an ideal performance measurement system to identify and actually coordinate relevant cost and revenue in order to make the best decision. Next one is dynamic knowledge based reporting. Reporting means most of the logistical activities, they provide the reports with respect to their activities like inventory position, transportation cost, warehousing cost, the number of units which have been entered into the warehouse, then etc. for current period of time. So such reports actually provide various information or very vital information, we can say. Vital means very important information which can be used for comparison. So this reporting system should be in such a way that it is very much helpful for the company to forecast future trends also. Next one is exception based reporting. Exception based means that exception means exceptional cases where errors are happening or mistakes are happening. So the thing is that the measurement system should be exception based. That is, if that it indicates that if there is an exception means if we are moving apart from the planned way, that means we are going in a deviation, there is some kind of deviation there, that is an exception. वो चीज भी report करना है, so that such intimation will be actually helpful for the people to identify the problems and in fact to identify the areas which are requiring improvement, and it will also help in facilitating or understanding or assessing in deep where the problem is, and that is we can go to the grassroots level to try to solve the problem. That is exception based. If the things are going in a proper way, there won't be any exceptions. But today we are planning something, and if we are not being able to move accordingly, there is some kind of problem in that. That is an exception. For the exception also should be reported properly to the management, so that necessary actions can be taken in order to avoid such deviations. These are the different characteristics of ideal measurement system.